I've given up all my musical
We now join the program already in progress.
Aspiring singers and songwriters can actually be heard through a new website called Tonos.com. Up-and-comers can submit their work directly to some of the most influential people in the music industry.
We found two Tonos.com fans whose lifelong dreams came true when they collaborated on an original song with Grammy-winning producers and artists like Kenny "Babyface" Edmonds.
When Carol called me and told me I won, I was just shocked. I can't believe I'm like going to be produced by just David and Kenny and meet Carol and just, oh my God.
Since the ripe age of 5, Alicia Antonino, now 12, has dreamt of becoming the next Celine Dion. Now, thanks to a new music website, Tonos.com, this little diva in training has hit the jukebox jackpot.
My mom was online and she stumbled across the site and she opened it up and said, Tonos, you write the hits, you sing the hits contest.
Created 1 year ago, Tonos.com is a dream come true for aspiring singers, songwriters, and musicians. Here, music industry hopefuls can meet and collaborate online with professionals, like co-founder David Foster, who works with some of today's pop divas. Founder Carol Bayer-Sager, who's best known for co-writing pop hits such as That's What Friends Are For, and Boys to Men producer Kenny "Babyface" Edmonds, who acts as one of the site's musical mentors.
When we envisioned what Tonos was, along with mentoring and getting behind the music, it was really about access to people that people dream of having access to and making their dreams come true.
The idea of when I was coming up that I could have logged onto a website and reached, in my case, Quincy Jones, who was my mentor, or one of my jazz heroes, or Nat King Cole, or whatever. I mean, it's a phenomenal thing.
Tonos launched a first-of-its-kind contest where you sing or you write the hits. Aspiring artists competed to win the ultimate grand prize, a day in the studio to work with these music industry heavyweights. Among the hundreds of vocal and written entries, the winners were finally crowned. Alicia Antonino from Northern California won as top performer, while the songwriting contest went to 34-year-old New Jersey native Damian Fontana.
I always wanted to meet them, and I thought this was a great opportunity, so I gave it a shot, and here I am. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Big moment.
Yes, the big moment has finally arrived.
Both winners were flown to Los Angeles to work 2 full days on their original piece.
You're here at Kenny's studio today, and you guys are going to work on the track, and then tomorrow you'll come to my studio. Let's get to work.
Let's get to work.
Yeah.
The note actually goes up on 2. Promise 2. It's definitely surreal. I mean, I was just here sitting right alongside Babyface, and he's playing the guitar, and then Carol suggested a couple things, and just getting in there and working with them. It's surreal. It's unbelievable. It's a dream come true.
I promise to. One more time. David, how are you about?
The following day, Alicia and Damian met with David to add the finishing touches.
We're going to treat this today just as though it was Celine Dion or Natalie Cole or Toni Braxton or Whitney or whoever else that I work with. She'll get the same treatment, and she'll work just as hard, and I know we're going to get a great performance out of her. I love your breathiness, but I think it's just a little too soft. Hold on to the 2 a little longer before you do that lick, and that was a great lick. Yeah, just simplify it just a little bit if you can.
Okay.
That particular one was a little out of tune. You're a little flat on 2.
When I was yours and you were mine. Yeah, that sounds good.
That might be better.
Just say the words and I'll be there.
It really isn't whether Alicia becomes a star from this record. This was just to say that people out there can have access to us, that you have some small part in making someone's dream come true, you know. It's as good as it gets.
I promise to.
Has there been an update yet on Alicia and Damien's day in the studio?
Yep, after the recording session, both contest winners did have some promising follow-ups. David Foster invited Alicia back to L.A. to perform with him at a benefit concert in Beverly Hills, and country singer Tim McGraw is considering recording Damien's song with Babyface singing backup vocals.
Wow. Well, good luck to both of them. Next on TV.com, how apricots have created a medical controversy online.
And see what one teenager did over a summer break that made him a millionaire.
Good morning, students.
Niedermeyer.
Coming, sir.
Thank you, Niedermeyer.
We're Roxy.com. We're the guys who used to hang out in the AV room. Now we've got a website that recommends and sells electronics. We'll talk to you online or on the phone and help you buy all sorts of things electronic.
I said thank you, Niedermeyer.
Roxy.com. Electronics without the static.
Critics across the country have seen the future, and the future is here. The National Press News gives it 7 very bright stars. Whether you're on the edge of your seat or not, you will sit down. IHOP presents the Philly cheesesteak, the double BLT, and more delicious sandwiches. Sandwiches at IHOP. Open wide. Another Anytime's a Good Time for IHOP release.
This is an important announcement from Carson Toyota. If you have bad credit or no credit, listen carefully. Carson Toyota has made special arrangements to extend credit to people with past credit problems. And Carson Toyota is offering new Camrys as low as $13,988. That's right, $13,988 for a new 2000 Camry. But this is a very limited time offer. Just call 1-800-90-TOYOTA or stop in. Carson Toyota, just off the 405 freeway at the Wilmington exit in Carson.
As more people seek alternative health care for what ails them, many are turning to the internet for non-traditional medical advice and products.
But since the alternative healthcare industry and the internet often go unregulated, the two combined may be a recipe for disaster. This week, we take a look at a lawsuit that may give us a hint of what we can expect from the law when .com sell medical therapy online. In 1997, 26-year-old Robert DiFilippo was diagnosed with an advanced form of Hodgkin's disease.
When I found out about it, I was really hurting. You know, I was having fever, and I was night sweats and itching, and I had pain all over my body.
Robert followed his doctor's advice and started chemotherapy, but he also went online and for the first time plunged into the world of alternative medicine.
My father's the one who got me on it. He said, we got to get a computer, we got to go out, we got to get hooked up to the internet, and we did. And I found a lot of good stuff. One of the things I found was the B17.
Vitamin B17, amygdalin, Laetrile. They're all different names for the same substance. Derived from apricot seeds, Laetrile gained popularity in the 1970s with cancer patients who sought an alternative treatment to traditional radiation and chemotherapy, despite the fact that the scientific community dismissed it. Today, it is illegal to sell Laetrile across state lines as a cure for cancer. But some people are challenging that ban. In Queens, New York, internet entrepreneur Jason Vale created apricotsfromgod.com as a way to sell Laetrile through the web. Robert traveled to Vale's home and met with him, a fellow cancer survivor.
I thought it was great. I thought here's a guy who's really honest, he's down to earth, he's not trying to scam anybody, he's just doing his thing, he believed in this and he's trying to spread the word.
Eventually, Robert achieved complete remission. He's convinced that his rapid recovery was due in large part to his youth, a positive attitude, and 2 years of self-administered Laetrile therapy.
I was like, nothing's gonna beat me, I'm not gonna let it stop me. And for 2 years, I kept the tumors in my neck from killing me.
But in 1999, Robert was hit with devastating news. His cancer had returned. His doctors advised him to undergo a bone marrow transplant. Unsatisfied with his current medical care, Robert instead sought radiation treatment at the Carol G. Simon Cancer Center with Dr. Alan Scher.
Mr. DeFilippo came to me this past year for radiation therapy for a recurrent Hodgkin's disease, and he completed the radiation therapy several months ago and is, at least as of today, free of disease. I can't tell you that he is cured. Only time will be able to tell us that. Tumor.
Dr. Scher doesn't believe that Robert's recovery is due to Laetrile therapy.
I know of no studies that have been done that have shown Laetrile to be of any value in either animal studies or human studies.
Despite medical disapproval of Laetrile here in this country, cancer patients since the 1970s have been traveling to special clinics in Mexico to obtain the substance. But in 1987, a federal judge signed a court order making it illegal to import Laetrile into the United States. That slowed demand for a while, but in recent years, doctors have reported a renewed interest in Laetrile. They say largely because anybody with a credit card and a modem can read about or buy it on the web.
It's not unusual to me that you can find a drug like Laetrile on the internet where people who have a belief in it would be researching a cancer claim, stumble across it, see a lot of stuff that's written that appears to be somewhat authoritative, that says it works.
And that's why attorney Mitch Oleko says the Food and Drug Administration is now beginning to crack down on sites that sell Laetrile. Oleko applauds the FDA's recent efforts to shut down apricotsfromgod.com, seen here in court documents. As early as June 1998, the FDA has documented the distribution of amygdalin products in interstate commerce through a series of undercover sting operations. The FDA sent numerous letters to Vail declaring that he has shown a blatant disregard for the FDC Act, which prohibits the sale of Laetrile as a cure for cancer. Vail continued to sell the product, so last March, the FDA filed a preliminary injunction to stop Jason Vail from selling Laetrile altogether.
I think Mr. Vail has been quoted as saying that there are no rules that apply to the internet, and I think that what he's found out is that there are plenty of rules, and they do apply to the internet.
Until now, the internet has seemed like a gray area when it comes to the law and drug sales. But the Jason Vail case illustrates that state and federal agencies like the FDA can and will flex their muscles in cyberspace just like they do in the real world.
On a final note, we did invite Jason Vail of apricotsfromgod.com to an on-camera interview, but he declined. Wendy, is there an update on this case?
Yes, there is. A few weeks ago, a U.S. District Court judge ordered Vail to stop selling any and all Laetrile. Vail temporarily shut down apricotsfromgod.com, but the site is now back up merely for educational purposes.
How is Robert DeFilippo doing?
Well, I have good news there. I'm happy to report that he's doing very well. In fact, he's just returned from a trip to Europe with his family.
That's great. Up next, IBMs are looking more like iMacs.
Got plumbing problems? This site will show you the cheapest way to fix them.
It's the Cerritos Ford Construction Countdown Sales Event. During construction, a little dust means big savings for you. Get 0.9 financing on America's best-selling SUVs, 0.9 on Expeditions and Explorers, plus $1,000 cash back on Explorers during Cerritos Ford's Construction Countdown Sales Event.
Cerritos Ford is California.
Ford Center in the Cerritos Auto Square.
Sure, my old job gave me a paycheck, but it didn't give me much else. So I called ITT Tech. I always liked electronics, and with their help, I was able to turn what I like to do into what I'm paid to do. Now I have a job that gives me some real satisfaction, and something I never had before, a real future.
For an informative brochure, call 1-800-ITT-TECH. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH.
I used to wonder if I was too old to go back to school. Now I know I wasn't alone. I used to worry about my future. Now I know I have one. I used to wonder if I made the right decision. Now I know. I should have called sooner.
Get a start on your future now. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH.
This week's product preview is sponsored by the Quantex SM series of desktop computers, powered by the Intel Pentium 3 processor. Quantex, always working.
We've seen the all-in-one computer become a hot item in the consumer market, with the iMac pretty much launching Apple's comeback to the scene a few years ago. Now, Wendy's got a PC version of the same answer with the all-in-one from IBM.
IBM, of course. This is IBM's answer to the iMac. It's called the Net Vista. In fact, it's not even on the market yet. This is a announcement today, so we got a sneak peek at it. It has a 15-inch monitor, a CD-ROM DVD, 2 PCI slots, 5 USB slots, and you can add anything to it, like a recordable CD even, a zip drive. It's pretty cool.
Now, where are the CD and DVD drives there?
It's all self-containable. Things just sort of pop down. There are also these programmable buttons for one-step access onto the internet. So if you want to go to banking, word processing, your search engine shopping, you can bookmark it, just hit one button and you're there.
Geared truly for the beginner.
Yeah, very pared down. I mean, you can't really see behind this machine, but there's nothing here. And you don't have a big box underneath the desk. It's great.
And what are we talking about price-wise?
A little more expensive than the iMac. It's about $1,800.
Great. If you'd like to find out any more information about the IBM Net Vista, head to our website, tv.com.
And now for today's viewer email, Tyler Johnson of Augusta, Georgia writes, I recently bought a digital camera and I'm looking to get photos up on the web. What's my best bet for getting this done?
Well, Tyler, there are a couple of ways to get your digital photos online for the world to see. If you've got access to your own website, make sure you save your photos as JPEG files. For example, mypicture.jpg. This will allow you to upload these files to your website. If web design is a little much for you, there are a lot of websites that will host your photos, like clubphoto.com, activeshare.com, and of course Yahoo. Head to our website, CNET.com, for more information.
Of course, you can store them on these websites in virtual photo albums. You can email them to friends. It's pretty cool. And now this week's download of the week, Daikatana, the demo version of the long-awaited action game, is here, and Game Center's got it. In 2455 AD, a scientist has discovered a mystical samurai sword called the Daikatana during an archaeological dig. The scientist is murdered and the sword is stolen, so you must travel back in time to search for the sword and make things right again. But the forces of evil will try to stop you at every turn. Get into all the action and adventure of Daikatana, available for download right now at CNETGameCenter.com.
Coming up next on TV.com, this kid's thinking way beyond his years.
And a site that's making bridal registries passé.
During human reproduction, the male approaches the female in a heightened state of
We're Roxy.com. We're the guys who used to hang out in the AV room. Now we've got a website that recommends and sells electronics. We'll talk to you online or on the phone and help you buy all sorts of things electronic.
During human reproduction, the male approaches the female in a heightened state of excitement.
Roxy.com. Electronics without the static.
In San Francisco, internet commerce enabler Warranty Now announced a new strategic relationship with online merchant ApplianceOrder.com. Appliance Order will use Warranty Now's web solution to sell warranties and service plans on thousands of major appliances, including washers, dryers, and other home appliances. This is great timing, as Appliance Order is currently planning its national expansion. If you're an e-commerce retailer interested in Warranty Now's unique customer care solution, call 877-WRNT-NOW.
Join the internet revolution with a Quantex PC. All multimedia-rich Quantex SM series desktops are custom built to order and powered by the Intel Pentium 3 processor. www.quantex.com. Always working.
CNET.com, helping you find the right technology products.
He's a pretty typical teenager. He likes sports, music, and just hanging out with his friends.
What sets this 15-year-old Chicago native apart from his classmates is that he's working to help turn an old world company into a dynamo for the new economy. Now, I've met up with a lot of CEOs and entrepreneurs, but not many that aren't old enough to drive. His name is Rishi Bhatt, and like many 15-year-olds, he plays classical piano, plays on his high school tennis team, goes to class, and hangs out with friends. But unlike most 15-year-olds, his spring break included a press tour, starting with Good Morning America on Monday,
well, 15-year-old Rishi Bhatt was a somewhat typical...
and CNN on Thursday. All this because of what he did in his free time last summer.
I had signed up to take a math class, which got canceled.
due to a lack of enrollment, so I had a little free time on my hands, so I just sort of did it for myself.
During his free time at the Chicago Lab School, Rishi Bhatt created SeedSoft, a piece of software which lets users surf the web with absolute anonymity.
Our servers act as a butler, and the server will fetch the sites and then relay them to you. So you never actually connect to any other sites. The server gets all the data you want and gives it to you.
Rishi wrote the software out of personal concern.
I think the only thing that really is upsetting to me is the fact that websites try to gather information on people without letting them know. I mean, it's the same sort of thing as someone tapping your phone line and listening to your conversations, even though you may not be saying anything really sensitive on the phone. I think people would be pretty upset by it.
What started as a personal challenge for this 10th grader quickly turned into a niche service. Within a month, he had about 100 people paying him $50 a year to use the software. Soon, Rishi had an interested buyer. He negotiated with Broker Resources, a small mining concern in British Columbia, to sell his software for $40,000 cash and 1.5 million shares of their company, making him a millionaire on paper.
Let's get one more reading.
So how is it that Rishi knows so much about computers?
Well, I started programming when I was around 6, and I learned BASIC when I was 6, and by 10 I'd gotten into Unix, and now I can pretty much code in every language.
He's always been like this, so...
His parents knew pretty early on that his interests were serious.
Yeah, when a 6-year-old takes an MS-DOS manual to read at night, it is a little... there's something different here.
I'm working on a couple new companies right now, actually. One is called Lecture Online, which is, we're developing online lecturing software for universities and schools. We're trying to provide an easy way to conduct full-fledged classes over the internet.
For all his young intensity, Rishi remains a down-to-earth teenager, and his parents are surprisingly calm about his early success.
But from parents' perspective, no, we are not worried.
We're not at all worried about him.
We are not concerned. We know that he has enough his own decision-making strengths, and that he will follow his inner voice, so to speak.
So how's Rishi doing? I assume his plans are to run his own software empire?
Actually, the interesting part is he wants to go to college and to med school and hopefully work on something related to both computing and medicine.
Wow. Coming up next, websites that'll help you save and spend money wisely.
Insider Tips, your guide to exploring all the internet has to offer. Just watch. As you explore AOL, you're going to discover exciting areas you'll want to revisit time and time again. Setting up your personalized list of favorite places is easy, and sharing them with friends online is just as simple. Here's how it works. When you find a site you really like, click on the heart icon in the top right corner of the window. Then click Add to Favorites. The site will automatically be added to your personal list. Another way is simply to drag the heart icon onto the Favorite Places folder located on the toolbar. When you want to visit one of these sites, click on Favorite Places and select a destination. Your desired area will appear automatically. While you're there, share the site with a friend by dragging the Favorite Place heart icon into the body of an email or AOL instant message. To find out more about this insider tip or others to make your online experience easier, come to tv.cnet.com or America Online, keyword CNET.
Is your business ready to compete in the internet economy? Niku can make it happen. Niku's web-based applications leverage your people and intellectual capital for improved performance. Niku, transforming the service economy.
Apartments.com makes moving easier. Your free online rental and relocation solution. Hundreds of thousands of visual listings plus classifieds from the nation's leading newspapers. Photos, floor plans, the moving center, and more. Apartments.com. Start your search today.
Amazing Blue Star Ointment stops itching fast. Athlete's foot, jock itch, psoriasis, ringworm, scalp itch, stops corn and callus growth fast. Winter itch, dry cracked feet. The original. Ask for it.
Peanut butter and jelly on white with crust. Peanut butter and jelly on white with no crust. To kids, this is variety. But you've grown up. You like to mix things up a little. Take Arby's $5 value roundup. Choose any 2 chicken sandwiches, 3 beef and cheddars, or 4 roast beefs for just $5. It offers just what adults like. Change, including the kind you get back. The $5 value roundup, only at Arby's. Now that your tastes have grown up.
Charlie Hustle knows Mako hustles. Our economical ambassador paint service is only $199. Mako is good, fast, and a great value. It's Mako for makeovers. Call 1-888-MAKO-USA.
Can you count on your smoke detector? Find out Monday at 6.
In this week's site survey, we have found 2 sites that will help keep your money from going down the drain.
That's pretty good. Before you call the plumber, be sure to check out plumnet.com. This is probably one of the more intimidating professional relationships we ever get into because you never know what is going on inside your pipes. Now, I should start out by saying that this site is still growing and it's a work in progress. They do have a pretty good sized frequently asked questions area so that you might be able to have an idea of what's wrong with your faucet before you call the plumber. They also have a pretty interesting listing of plumbers in your area along with a message board where you can just let your problems drip.
Oh, I knew it was coming. Okay. My site is called stockgift.com. It is a new site designed to give and receive valued securities. I think it's really cool. You can basically register for weddings, birthdays, graduations, and simply buy stock on the day that the stock is valued. There's a good time for this since stocks tend to be a little low. But it's a way to help people buy and receive gifts as stock.
Well, that's not bad. You know, you don't need to have an anniversary or birthday coming up to buy stock for me. If you'd like to check out our site surveys or find out more about anything else you've seen on today's show, head to our website, tv.com.
I'm Wendy Walsh.
I'm Hari Srinivasan. We'll see you next week.
CNETTV.com is a presentation of CNET, the source for computers and technology, and Transworld International.